du meine Arbeit für richtig hältst, ob du glaubst, dass ich fleißig gewesen bin, dass ich gearbeitet habe, dass ich mich in diesen Jahren für dich eingesetzt habe, dass ich anständig meine Zeit verwendet habe im Dienste meines Volkes. Gib du jetzt deine Stimme ab. Wenn ja, dann tritt für mich ein, so wie ich für dich eingetreten bin.
Well, good morning, America, and welcome back to the Rhine Report and Rhine on the News. It's interesting that yesterday I had to deal with the problem of rigged elections, gerrymandering, and voter suppression, not to mention the Trump regime's threats to seize voting machines and to eliminate mail-in voting rights. That wasn't bad enough. But there we are. Today is another day with further news of fresh disasters. And I have to report on the militarization of the country as a final nail in the coffin of American democracy. An article in The Independent this morning, a British newspaper, reports that Trump intends to send National Guard troops into a number of American cities using a little-known statute, 32 U.S.C. 502(f), and in an obvious attempt to once more circumvent the POSSE COMITATIS Act, just as he has done so far, and using 18 U.S.C. 12406 as a vehicle which is being litigated in the California District Court as we speak. Now also, The Guardian has also covered this story. These unconstitutional moves have absolutely nothing to do with invasion by a foreign nation, rebellion against the government of the United States, or a lack of local law enforcement and their ability to function and regulate law and order, or the president's need, in the absence of same, to carry out faithfully execute the laws of the United States, the laws of the land, but are merely lame, pretextual, fake national emergencies contrived as excuses to justify military interventions to defeat POSSE COMITATIS prohibitions against the use of the military in any law enforcement capacity against our civilian population. And, as I have pointed out in another podcast, we are at the mercy of a legal concept, judicial deference, that, as evidenced in one case already that I discussed, will grant Trump latitude to make fantastical and absolutely false declarations of national emergencies to justify his unconstitutional actions. The moves are an obvious show and tell, an escalation of the Mad King's project to install an authoritarian regime in America, using the National Guard and U.S. military as a physical and deadly force on the ground and as a means to lock down cities, preventing any opposition to his rule as we move steadily towards a civil war and blood in the streets. It is, of course, significant that his plan to militarize cities is targeted at cities in the blue states, and now he is threatening to arm his military. And ironic that it will be the governors of southern red states, mostly, that are going to cooperate by sending their National Guards into the mostly northern blue states. Does that ring a historical bell for you? It does for me. Clearly, what we are living through is a consolidation of power. It's happening right in front of us. While many people in the media sleep. While some authoritarian leaders and takeovers develop slowly over time, our American version has been like a bolt out of the blue, arising from a perfect storm of circumstances, taking rapid steps to effectuate its consolidation within only 7 months.
It's about setting the tone and tenor. I'm sick of this party needs to wake up. These guys aren't screwing around. And I say this not in literal sense, but they're assassins when it comes to the way they weaponize grievance and the way they play politics.
Yeah.
Enough. I mean, what more goddamn evidence do we need? Excuse my language. I mean, they've rolled back the last half century. In real time, that's just 6 months.
Right.
Can you imagine this guy having an additional 42 months with no system of checks and balances, no oversight? I mean, seriously, the hell else more evidence do you need? This is an existential moment. And so Democrats, if we want to have a party, if we want to be functioning, not just as a party, but as a democracy, if we want a system of checks and balances, we believe in the rule of law, if you believe in popular sovereignty, this is not about popular sovereignty. This guy wants to wire. He tried to break this democracy, tried to light it on fire on January 6th. He just made a call to the governor of Texas saying, in this case, not find me the votes, but find me new seats to rig the game. If we want to still be in this game, we need to disabuse ourselves, disenthrall ourselves of the status quo in the past. We have got to enter a new mindset, and we've got to get back on this playing field, and we've got to do it with the kind of vigor that our kids and grandkids deserve, that liberty and freedom deserves this moment. The founding fathers deserve the principles that define the best of Roman Republic and Greek democracy. That's on the line unless we stand the line.
In a step-by-step process that, with cooperation of the fascist majority Supreme Court and complacent Congress, together with the introduction of the military, will ensure the disembowelment of a 250-year-old American experiment in democracy and the rule of law. Further, the more we resist, we the people, with a little victory here and there, mostly in the lower courts, the more desperate Trump will grow to remain in power and will resort to more and more extreme measures, such as invoking the Insurrection Act and canceling free and fair elections, without citizenry unable to overcome the obstacles presented to effect a return to legitimate democratic governance and the rule of law. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I welcome all of your views and comments on what's occurring right in front of us. Thank you.